In the case of 2-month-old Olivia, Carl, joining us from Rochester, New York, is Daze. Now, a few years back, Daze found out her boyfriend Carl was talking to an ex-girlfriend while he was away. So Daze got revenge by starting to see another man and got pregnant. When Carl returned, she didn't tell him that he wasn't the father. That was until a paternity test confirmed that he wasn't the father. Now, today, Daze has a daughter named Olivia. But due to her past lies, Carl now denies he is her father. So, Daze, I mean, you say the only way to prove to Carl that you're not a liar this time around is with a DNA test.
In the past, I've lied to him about things, and I know that if I prove to him this time that this is his daughter, and this is all he's ever wanted, all that we've ever wanted in our relationship, I feel like he's going to have more trust in me.
Let's go back to where the problems began, all right? What happened to Carl when he went away to jail about 4 years ago for a couple of months? What happened?
While he was in jail, he was putting a lot of pressure on me. He kept calling me, wanting me to put money on the phone, come see him, put money inside his commissary, and it was a lot. And to top it off, one phone call that we had, he said, "Oh, my ex was right about you."
So you thought that he was still seeing his ex when he shouldn't have been seeing his ex?
Yes, I thought he was still seeing his ex, because why are you talking to her if you don't have anything to do with her? Why are you talking to her?
Two sides to the story. It's two sides to the story.
I got it, Carl. I'm going to get to you. I want to hear what Daze has to say about this. So you revenge cheated on him. I mean, you said, okay, if that's what he's doing, I'm going to go out and find myself a guy, right?
Yes, and that's exactly what I did. And when Carl came home from jail, me and Carl were still messing around. And a few months in, I told him that I was pregnant.
But you didn't tell him right away that he wasn't the father, did you?
No, I did not. I waited to the end of the pregnancy because, he figured out that the timeline wasn't adding up. I waited to the end of the pregnancy to tell him. And I told him, yeah, there's a possibility that you're not the father of this baby.
In fact, you had a DNA test. You had a paternity test, right?
Yes, so we decided to get a DNA test for Carl, and Carl ended up not being the father, so we got a DNA test for the other guy. He in fact ended up being the father of the child.
But Carl stayed in your life. Carl has taken care of that child as the father figure in the house, and then you stayed together, and now you're pregnant with Olivia. And what was his reaction?
When I found out I was pregnant with Olivia, we went to the doctors, and I went in to see my doctor. I came out of the doctor's office, and he was in a waiting room, and I told him, yeah, I'm pregnant. He was like, congratulations. But he wasn't saying congratulations like, yay, we're having a baby. No, he said congratulations like, oh, congratulations for you and whoever you got pregnant by. That's why he said congratulations.
And then when you were 5 months pregnant, what happened?
I was getting my car fixed, and evidently it was by somebody who inboxed me on Facebook, who Carl already thought that I was cheating on him with. So he seen that I was getting my car fixed by this guy, and Carl, he texted me, actually. He told me, yeah, I don't want to be with you anymore. I was not. He told me, yeah, I don't want to be with you anymore. And the next day, I seen him with a whole nother female.
You all kind of split up then while you were 5 months pregnant. Now, you give birth to Olivia. Was he at the hospital?
Yes, we got back together. We ended up getting back together. And he came to the hospital when I gave birth to Olivia. But as soon as she came out, he's just like, she's too light. She doesn't look like me. But he's not giving her a chance to get any of her color. All he's doing is just saying that, oh, it's no way she could be mine. She's too light. But he still decided to be there.
Do you think they look alike?
Yes, they look just alike.
No.
They look just alike. They got the same nose. They have the same eyes. Look at their eyebrows. And they have the same head shape. Look at them.
No.
Well, guess what? When it comes to no, we're going to hear from Carl. We're going to have the DNA test. And Carl's going to give his reasons why he's even on the show and has doubts about whether he's the father of Olivia after this. So before the break, we met Daze, who is desperate to prove to her boyfriend Carl that he's the father of her daughter Olivia. Now, Daze admits she lied to Carl in the past about the paternity of another child, causing Carl to believe she's lying now about their daughter Olivia. So also coming to us live from Rochester, New York, is Carl. So, how did you feel when you found out that the first child wasn't yours, Carl?
I was devastated, Maury. Like, what else? There's not even the proper words to say. Like, I felt like everything was snatched from me. I felt my heart just ripped up.
Here's the thing. You've been very upfront. You've admitted that you've cheated throughout this relationship at times.
Yeah.
And obviously, Daze has forgiven you. How come you didn't forgive her?
I wasn't cheating looking for love. She was actually looking for love.
You know what I was looking for. You don't know what I was looking for. You cheated and I cheated. I forgive you. Why you can't forgive me?
Because if you did it once, you'll do it again.
If you did it once, that means you'll do it again. How are you going to sit there and say that about me? And you can say the same thing about yourself.
But I never said it. I never said it wasn't myself. I just said that it's possible that you could do it again.
Let me ask you this. Were you happy when Daze told you that she was pregnant with Olivia?
Yes, I was ecstatic. Like, I gave her a first daughter. She has two boys. I gave her
he was
first
not happy.
daughter. But then I still have my doubts, like any man would.
Well, if you have
still have my doubts.
If you have your doubts, that means that you're thinking that she's doing something around the time she got pregnant, right?
Around the time she got pregnant, we went from being with each other every day, like nonstop. Like, wherever you see her, you see me. To the point where she's coming in at different times of the night. She has text messages all through her phone. She got reservations. She's doing all the opposite thing that she was doing when we was together.
What did you find on her phone?
From different guys. She's entertaining. She's telling them to pull up to different parties. She's going out to dinner.
How come you left when she was 5 months pregnant?
Because I felt like the relationship was poison ivy. I felt like by me staying in the relationship,
why would you come back? Then why would you come back? If you laugh and you said it was poison ivy.
Maybe he came back because he loves you.
And there's a possibility this child could be mine.
Do you love her right now?
I love her and I'm in love with her.
In fact, you went to the birth, right? When Olivia was born?
Yes, I was at the birth. I would never forget that day. Like, I gave her a middle name. Her middle name is a diva. That's a mixture of Anthony and Daze, and that's my diva. That's my diva.
She came out. She looked a little light to you, right?
Yes, a little like your complexion.
You have to give her a chance to get her color. You don't even give her a chance to get her color. She looks just like you. Look at you guys. She looks just like you.
You like light-skinned dudes, though. All your past relationships has been with light-skinned guys. Your last child is light-skinned.
Now I'm with you. What do you mean? Now I'm with you.
So you get mad.
Carl, you've been raising a child that's not yours, right?
Yes.
Right? And are you raising this little girl as your own or not?
I am raising her as my own. I wouldn't tell her no different. Even if the test results come out not in my favor, she's still going to be my girl.
Okay, well, we're going to find out right now. You've got the results. And I think we're all hoping for the same thing here. In the case of 2-month-old Olivia, Carl, you are the father.
I told you. I told you you were her dad.
You got it. I promise you got it. You won the war. You won the battle. You won't hear nothing else from me. You won.
Is that it, huh? That's it.
That's all I wanted. It wasn't that hard.
Well,
Thanks, Maury, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Carl. Good luck to you, Daze. Yes. Good luck to both of you. All right. We'll be back right after this. You are not the father.